Back to my favorite Olympia show from the 90s, the 1993 Mr. Olympia, which was stacked with superstars and new incredible potential such as Flex Wheeler, who placed second in his first Olympia contest ever. Paul Dillett was placed 6th in his first Olympia appearance and was massive enough to hide Dorian behind him when he hit his front double biceps. So let's see how he would fare against the Shadow in 1993 by going through most of the mandatory poses one by one. The front double biceps shows that Paul was a mountain of muscles in his prime. His biceps were easily among the most massive in his era. He had wide chest, lats and small waist, which granted him an impressive V-taper. Paul was more impressive from the front than from the back, and we will come to see that in the back poses. Although Dorian was not known for having the best biceps out there, he had the better conditioned package with the more separated quads. Dorian was known for hitting one of the most impressive front lat spread ever, contrary to Paul, whose front and back lat spread poses are very weak. Notice the visible striations in Dorian's chest and shoulders and his incredibly separated quads. Paul was massive, but he lacked the conditioning Dorian had that night. Another front lat spread shot to show Dorian's width and density. His pose shows perfect proportions and unmatched symmetry with his wings-like lats, while Paul cannot spread out his lats properly. I like the way Dorian hits the side chest. He may not have the best chest out there, but he used to hit the pose perfectly in a way that he used to show the best of his thick and striated chest. Paul's chest, on the other hand, was not as aesthetic, but he definitely had insane size in his shoulders and arms. The back double biceps shows that Dorian destroys Paul, whose back might be his least impressive area. Contrary to Dorian, who is widely known for having the best back in bodybuilding's history. Notice how Dorian's shoulders perfectly connect with his massive and ripped traps and lats. Notice how striated his lower back and glutes are and how ripped his hamstrings are, which give him this granite look. In comparison with Paul, whose lats almost disappear and do not show at all, which destroys his back symmetry and proportions. The rear lat spread adds to Paul's troubles, as he cannot spread out his lats properly, as we saw in the front lat spread pose. Dorian, on the other hand, hits one of the most impressive poses ever, making use of his width and density. Paul, however, has massive upper traps, and we will see that in the most muscular. The most muscular shows the size advantage in Paul's favor. Look at the size of his traps, shoulders and arms, but I do not think that his chest was as impressive. Dorian was not known for hitting an impressive pose, but the visible striations everywhere grants him this granite look from the front and the back equally. So this matchup shows why Dorian was so dominant and way better than the rest. Paul was massive and had some amazing areas such as his arms, but he also had major weakness that prevented him from winning the gold, namely his weak back. Hope you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe, share and like. Thanks for watching and have a nice one.